6 cents out of a nickel thought of the day. My daughter came by and started to razz me a little bit about my obsession with bikes and trikes, particularly the recumbent ones. And it got me thinking about all the things that prevent people from actually riding a bike or a trike, either for recreation or for transportation. And the first thing is people tend to think that they need to buy a whole lot of gear. They don't think they're a cyclist unless they buy the specialized helmet and the lycra shirts, the jerseys and the pants that, show every crease that you have. I don't understand. Obviously, they're made for people who want to be streamlined, but people think they have to have them in order to be a cyclist. And that's not true. They also think they need an expensive bike, or else they're going to get laughed at, and the clip pedals with the specialized shoes, and there's all kinds of gear that you can buy if you have the money to do that. But that's what keeps people out of cycling a lot of the times. Is it's so expensive for people to get into the image that they think a cyclist is. And really what a cyclist is just somebody that gets on a bicycle with whatever they're wearing, whatever they got, whatever type of bicycle you have, whether it's a diamond frame, a recumbent, just an old, even a penny farthing, anything you have makes you a cyclist. I also end up hearing things like, I'm just not very good at it, I'm not very fast. Well, you don't have to be fast, especially on a recumbent. It's a slow ride, and the idea is to enjoy the ride. Sure, there are people that like to go fast, and who doesn't enjoy a burst of speed every now and again? But it's not a prerequisite to get on a bicycle. Just get on and just cycle slow. Pretend you're walking. A bicycle is 3 times more efficient than just walking, and it's easier on all your joints and stuff. So, just get out there and just pretend you're walking. Use it as a walking aid. You'll be able to go a lot further. You'll find over time you'll build the muscle. You'll build the endurance that you need. But just get out there and start doing it. My grandson decided to join me. I don't think his mother knows he's down here. She'll find out when she watches the video. He was just busted. Another thing that keeps people off of bicycles is weather. If it's raining or snowing or whatever, people tend not to like to cycle. But if you dress appropriately for it, especially cold weather, it's easy. You dress in layers so that you can actually peel layers off or remove layers if you get a little bit too warm. Basically, for dressing for cold weather, the idea is to dress in 1 layer less than if you were standing in the cold, just maybe waiting for the bus or something. Dress like you would if you were like maybe shoveling or playing outside. For rain, if you have fenders on your above your wheels to stop splashback from happening from the wheels kicking up water, that helps. Even if you don't have that, or if you do, a nice rain slick actually works really nicely. Unfortunately, you don't want to restrict your leg movement, so anything down by your legs is going to get a little bit wet. But you can keep yourself remarkably dry with just a basic rain slick. Or even in the absence of a rain slick, even just a garbage bag with a couple holes poked into it for the arms and a hole poked in for the head. That does wonders. Even cycling in the snow isn't really that much of a challenge. Ice, yes, you're going to slip on ice pretty much no matter what. But in the snow, you just want wide, knobby tires. Something with, the knobs that protrude from the tire itself. That's the best way to ride in the snow. And just short, even strokes. Nothing going too fast, nothing crazy. Don't lean into your turns. No unexpected sharp turns. Just, you really have to be cautious. But riding in the snow can be a lot of fun. The last thing I want to cover, especially in this city's image, car drivers don't have a very good image of cyclists, because in this city, unless you're dressed like you're doing the Tour de France, and it's clearly a recreational thing, drivers don't tend to look very, very well on it because you haven't spent the money on it. Cycling in this town, it's become kind of more of a status symbol than it has a means of transportation. And anybody getting around by bicycle, it's like they're considered like poor. They're considered the lower class. It's not something that middle and upper class people do. Yet, if you go to other places in the world, the bicycle is the primary means of transportation, and cars are really an accessory for the privileged. So, if you live in a city like this, like London, Ontario, you're definitely going to get a little bit of blowback from people who don't consider cycling a legitimate means of transportation, and that discourages some people too. Don't worry about it. Because gas is around $1.50 a liter here as I'm recording this right now, but fuel for a bicycle is a banana. So I mean, how much money are you saving? Um, your choice, really. But despite all these deterrents, I still promote cycling as a viable means of transportation. If you got somewhere safe to lock it up, you're dressed appropriately for the weather. Don't spend too much money on your bike. And just have some fun with it. Don't worry about the drivers. Worry about them as far as safety is concerned. But don't worry if they honk at you or whatever, or shout mean things at you. Just ignore it. They're probably in a big truck sucking all kinds of gas, and you're fueling your transportation with a banana. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content. Thank you very much. Until next time.